What we do here is go back.
Please welcome Mr. Feldman, everybody! Hey, Corey. Here we are. So, my name is Eric Johnson.
And I'm Victoria, and we're going to be your hosts for this panel. We're going to be running a Q&A session, obviously. So the way this is going to work is if you have a question for Mr. Corey Feldman, you're going to come up to either myself or Eric. We're going to start a little bit of a line, and we're going to go back and forth asking questions. But I guess first and foremost, Corey, do you have anything you want to say before we start the questions?
Good morning.
All right.
Short and sweet. Very good, Corey.
Sounds good.
So if anyone has any questions, you can make your way up to this side or this side. We'll give you the microphone. You can ask away, guys, very quickly. But before we start that, Corey, is there anything you want to cover off the top? Say to any of these people, just, save some question time. If there's anything you really want to say.
I see a few Edgar Frogs out there. Hi, Edgar Frogs. How you doing? Good morning, good day, and good afternoon. Welcome to Hamilton Comic-Con.
Welcome to Hamilton, Corey.
Thank you. Glad to be here. You guys are awfully quiet today. What's up? Everybody still asleep? Yeah?
Too excited.
All right.
All right, so you have a question.
Just like bump your arm around or something, or stomp your foot, It's good to wake up.
All right, let's start off with a lovely question from
Hi, Corey.
Hi.
So I just want to start off with something fun. And so I was wondering what your current telephone ringtone is.
Whatever the standard iPhone. I don't have time for that kind of stuff. I used to be a lot more fun, I think, when I was younger. No, it's just like, I don't have time to deal with things like ringtones, unfortunately, anymore. It's sad, really. I used to have fun with that stuff, but yeah, it's like the typical, like, dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. That stuff. Thanks,
So yeah, you guys, if some of you guys over here come over here and you'll get asked sooner.
Hi, Corey. I was just wondering which character you played in the movie that you connected to the most.
Could you just hold those mics a little closer to their mouths? It's kind of hard.
I was just wondering which character you played in the movie that you connected to the most.
Well, every character is a little piece of me, right? So that's just kind of how the way it works. So you can't really, I wouldn't say that there's more of me or less of me in any character because they're all a piece of me. But it's about, for me, it's always more about the challenge of how far from me I can get. Not about how close I can get, but how far I can get. So I like to take a stretch. And like, my favorite work is movies where I do a bigger departure. So like, there's a movie called The Birthday, which very few people have seen, very few people know about. It was never released in America or Canada. It was only released in Europe. But you can find it, and it's a rare gem, and I'm very proud of that work because it's so far, it's such a big departure. Another one is called Operation Belvis Bash, and Zero Dark Dirty. It had 2 names, but look those 2 movies up because those are really good departures and the ones that I'm most proud of so far. But the one that's coming out, you guys will all love because it's a sci-fi horror movie, and it's called The Adventures. Wait, no, let me get this right. Yeah, I think it's The Adventures of Corbin Nash, but it might just be Corbin Nash. I don't know, but anyway, it's called Corbin Nash. With me, Malcolm McDowell, Rutger Hauer, and Dean Jagger from Game of Thrones. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I play a tranny vampire. Yeah, good luck with that one.
How 2016. Anyways,
Exactly.
Great.
Okay.
Well, thank you so much. I know all of Teddy's lines, Mouse lines, and Edgar Frog's lines. So I just want to ask you, in the 80s, what was your favorite character to play?
Edgar, definitely. That's why I came back and did him a bunch. And obviously it had a lasting impression. Look at all these Edgar Frogs in the audience. Wow. Love it.
Okay.
Love seeing the red bandanas. It's funny, when we did The Tribe, the second Lost Boys movie, we announced it at Comic-Con in San Diego, and they put my trailer, which was like my house in the movie, my little motorhome, out with like in the middle of the convention floor with like the picket fence and all that stuff. And there was like, they were giving out these red bandanas from Best Buy as a promotional thing. And I remember looking out at the top, because I was at the top of the thing. We went up to the top of the stairway, and they were doing all the video promo stuff up there. And you could see the entire convention floor. And it was such a trip because there was like thousands of Edgar Frogs running around everywhere. I was like, whoa, cool. So yeah, little moment of cool cult nostalgia for one of my characters. And there's one now.
Hi Corey. I was just wondering why, like, you love acting so much. Like, kind of why you got into acting.
Well, there's a book I wrote. It's called Choreography. You should read it. I didn't really get into acting, and I didn't do it because I loved it. I did it because I was forced to do it, and I was a child slave. So it wasn't really something that was a plan. You don't plan to make decisions at 3 years old. Family made those decisions for me. However, at a certain point, I decided that, well, now I'm famous. What am I going to do about it? I can't go backwards. Can't go forwards in another field, per se, because everybody expects this. So I, decided to embrace it, and then it became mine. So I'd say from like, probably around License to Drive is when I started like really making it mine, and then onward. And the more I've become, ingrained in the community, now I love what I do, but that's because it's a chosen love as opposed to doing it because I have to.
Wonderful. Over here.
Hello. I really enjoyed your acting over the years. The question that I have is that if the money was right, and I know Tom Hanks wouldn't go for it, would you ever consider doing another Bird movie?
I would if Tom Hanks would do it, but I don't think Tom Hanks would do it. He doesn't do comedies. He's just so anti-comedy, which I don't understand, but you win a couple Oscars. Don't want to do comedy anymore. But yeah, if he ever decided to, cut the rug, so to speak, then I would be down.
I'm just wondering, besides obviously Corey, over the years, what were like your favorite actors to do like on the sets with? What were your favorite people you did movies with?
I liked working with Tom. I liked working with Jason Robards a lot. Loved Jason Robards. Such a great guy. Such a nice person, nice man, great actor, so talented. I've gotten to work with so many great people. It's really tough to say. I mean, Carrie Fisher was an honor. Of course, River Phoenix. Hello. All those guys. Jerry, Will, Kiefer, Sean Astin, of course. I love Sean. Seth Green. I mean, I've gotten to work with a lot of greats. Yeah.
Wonderful.
De Niro and Pacino, those are the ones I still want to work with. Oh, yeah. Because Jack's retired.
Okay, we're going to come over here.
Hi there.
Hi there.
I've just been wondering, knowing a lot about you, you have a lot of great stories. Have you thought about making it into like a biopic or something?
It's in the works.
Really?
We're making 2 biopics right now as we speak, actually. One for TV, one for theatrical, but I can't say much more about it, but I can tell you that we're working with some very big A-list people on a very big film version and also a TV version.
That is very happy news for me. So
Yay.
I can't wait to watch it.
You heard it first here at Hamilton Comic-Con, guys.
Yo!
I don't know.
These guys are too excited.
There might be a CO2 leak in here, I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Anyways.
exactly. I think this is the stage before the zombie apocalypse, right before everybody starts just eating each other in general. Okay, cool.
Hi.
Hi, how you doing?
Pretty good.
Good.
So you have a new album out.
I do.
And you were on TV the other day,
I was.
which is pretty awesome.
Thank you.
And one of the things you were talking about is Corey's Angels. How did you get
There's one right here. Look at that. It's a Corey's Angel. Oh my God.
So how did you come up with the
That's Angel Courtney, everybody. Say hi, Angel Courtney. For Courtney. She's Canadian. Yeah. Go figure. A.
So how did you come up with the idea for Corey's Angels, and was it inspired by Charlie's Angels?
You know, okay, I'll tell you the truth. This is the real story. It's an honest story. So I got divorced, and after I was divorced, you know, you all saw the show, right? The two Coreys, and we were married, and then I got divorced. And then after the divorce, I was really bummed out, and I didn't want a girlfriend for a while. So I just kind of was dating a lot of girls and not having a girlfriend. And then I would take them out, and one time for Halloween, they dressed up as angels. And it was a joke, really. They were like, look, we're Corey's Angels. And I was like, that's got a ring to it. And that was really how it happened, because then I was like, there's something here. I don't know what it is, but there's something here. And then we started off throwing these events just to kind of get the name out there to see what would happen. And it started working really well, and they were selling out really fast, and people were all excited about it. We had all these beautiful girls saying, I want to be a Corey's Angel. And I'm like, what is that? You know, it kind of developed and evolved to the point where I thought, you know, this could be a great kind of an opportunity to get these girls, you know, off the ground, to give them another chance to do something other than just modeling or looking pretty. But if they have talent, we could use this as a talent management and a way to discover people and get them, you know, seen. So that's what we're doing. We're helping these girls get seen and get talented, you know, representation and things like that. And, you know, now certain members of our squad have gotten to be seen by 50 million people because they were on the Today Show with us. And we're going to get even more girls on the next Today Show when we come back and do it again in a few weeks. So there you go. And buy the album and Joe to the Core. We have it here exclusively today. The only place in Canada you can get it, except Amazon. But if you want it in person, we brought them. So there you go.
At Hamilton Comic Con, right, guys?
That's an exclusive. Right. That's an exclusive.
They're getting better. They're getting better, Corey. All right, I gotta take one over here.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, man.
Welcome to Canada.
Thanks, man.
And Hamilton.
Yeah, glad to be back. Always happy to be in Canada, eh?
Right. Right on, brother. So I was just curious, if you couldn't act or if you didn't act, what else would you do?
I hear I'm pretty good at plumbing. I'm good with those pipes, eh? No, sorry. I tease her all the time, so don't take it personally. It's our thing.
It's all good. We're good with that.
Because you know, I'm very close with her family, so you know, it's hey, we're always talking in our Canadian accents, you know. We're just always doing it at home, you know how it is. Anyway, but I don't think I could really, you know, do anything else. I'm kind of handicapped now. I'm an entertainer for life. I can't help it.
And another one, how about a reality show, another reality show?
Oh my God, we've been there and done that.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. No, enough of that.
Yeah.
I got, you know, my movie's coming out. The album just came out. We're going to be doing more videos, more singles, touring. Hopefully the next time I see you guys will be on tour in Canada. That's the plan.
Right on. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you. Good. That's all.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Good, thanks.
Okay, so I was just wondering, what got you more into music? And do you play any instruments or anything?
Ah, good question. Well, I've been doing music actually my whole life. I don't know if you know that, but I started off, you know, as a kid actor. I was singing on auditions, so that's how I actually started. I started off singing. And then I did musicals and commercials and stuff like that where I had to sing when I was little. Anyway, so that developed into becoming, you know, a full-time singer and dancer, which started when I was 11. And then I wrote my first song, I think at 13, and started playing guitar around that time because I took guitar class. And then piano, my grandmother had a piano, which is still in my house today. It's 100+ years old, classic piano, stand-up one. And then it was my grandmother's mother, so it's an old piano. But anyway, so I kind of tinker. I'm not like a great musician, but I can play a little bit of everything. And on my new album, there's actually certain songs where I play every single instrument on the song. So, you know, some songs I don't play any instruments, but then there's some songs where I play every instrument. So I like noodling a lot, and I have my own home studio, so I get to do a good amount of noodling and meandering about, as it were. So anyway, yeah, it's just developed through the years, you know.
Noodling and plumbing, Corey. Very good.
That's right.
Now, if you guys notice, a little cheat thing is if you come over to my side, you get asked right away. I don't know if you guys are scared of the velvet blazer, but you can come forward and ask me.
Don't be afraid of the velvet blazer.
Actually, we're both wearing one.
We're both wearing velvet. Didn't you get the memo, guys? What the hell?
One of us is going to have to change. Okay, here you go.
Hi, so I am in Norway now, and I'm very nervous, so I'm probably going to screw this up. Thank you for being here. It's amazing that you could be here.
Sure, glad to be here. Can you just talk a little bit louder into the mic, please, young lady?
Yes.
Thank you.
I happened to see Keith Sutherland performing songs recently. He started to take up a music career. Is it just coincidence, or do you communicate still? And have you?
We had a secret code. Keeper and I planned it out years ago. We're like, okay, we're gonna take over this mofo. This is how we're gonna do it. You hit the country scene, I'll hit the pop scene. We'll dominate the world. Lost Boys forever. That wasn't true. I just made it up. No, actually, it's just strictly a coincidence that we both happen to have albums out at the same time. But I'm proud of him. I know he's been, you know, like me, I've got my own record label. He's got his own record label. I know he started a record label a few years ago, and he was managing other acts and stuff like that. So it's really cool. It's just total coincidence that we went the same direction, but different really, because I'm not a big country music guy myself.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we have one more question from this side.
Hi, Mev.
I'm sorry?
Mev. Mev from the Goonies.
Hi, I'm Corey.
You went by Mev from the Goonies.
Your mouth from the Goonies? I like it. You must. That's why you're wearing your Goonies shirt, right? Because your mouth from the Goonies.
The chuckle. All right, my question is, how close were you and Michael Jackson?
We were like this far apart at one point. Like, that close.
No, because I know in your one song that you had a very similar appearance to him.
I'm sorry? I can't hear you. It's a little hard. Sorry.
In your Millennium Ascension video, you had a very similar appearance to him.
Oh, yeah? Well, I'm a white guy. But, you know, I mean, we have similar styles, I guess. You know, we've talked about this a bit in the press, but like, I mean, if you listen to my album, I guess if you listen to that song or you listen to Go For It, you can find similarities in the style and the vein and the dancing style and stuff like that. But, you know, it's a double album, and like one album is a dance album and one album is a rock album. So like obviously when you're listening to some of the hardcore rock stuff, the last thing you're gonna think is Michael Jackson. I can assure you that. But there's a lot of Paul McCartney influence. There's a lot of, God, it's all over the map. I mean, you know, Lenny Kravitz, Billy Joel, you know, there's a lot, Aerosmith, there's a lot of different influences all throughout the album. And there's a lot of great guests on the album. I don't know if you guys know all the great people on this CD, but like, we got Fred Durst, Doc Ice, who's on the Today Show with us, Snoop Dogg, Corrupt, Scotty Page and John Caron from Pink Floyd, Kaya Jones, who's a Canadian from Pussycat Dolls. It's just all over the map. We have a ton of really great artists on that album, so yeah, there you go. Diversity.
Very good. All right, we got one over here.
Who is your favorite band?
My favorite band is Pink Floyd meets the Beatles. I'm always stuck right somewhere between Pink Floyd and the Beatles, you know? But I love them both. But I mean, sometimes it's Pink Floyd, but then sometimes it's the Beatles. But I love Paul, but then I love Roger, but I love John, but I love David. I love them all. Classic rock, man, that's my heart.
So what do you do for fun? Like other
What do I do for fun? I go to their concerts. Roger's coming up next weekend in LA. Oh my God, the Desert Trip it's called, where they've got Paul McCartney, Rolling Stones, Roger Waters, Neil Young, Bob Dylan, and The Who. Could you imagine?
Wow.
One weekend. Jesus.
One crazy weekend.
Yeah.
Actually nicknamed Old Cella. They're
That's
calling
what,
that.
you know, that's just rude.
That is rude.
That is just rude. I'd call it Cool Cella. That's what I'd call it.
Okay. Well, if anyone's being shy, if you don't want to stand up, if you want to just yell something to me.
Oh, did everybody see? I did Money the other day, and it was like all over the news. But it was, you know, that shows my love, right? To Pink Floyd, right there. Anyway.
All right.
Any other questions? Questions? Don't be shy now.
Don't be shy. Okay. Are you just waving, or you have a question? Just waving.
They're just waving.
That's a Snapchat. She put a dog face on your face there, Corey. So
Wonderful.
Serious Snapchat.
It kind of looks like a dog anyway. Tell dog what's up. No, I'm just joking.
You want? Okay. You're gonna come here just because I can't go in front of this microphone here or this speaker here. Or is it will feedback? Oh, okay. I'll go to her. All right, that's fine. I'll just stand over here.
It's that jacket, man.
Works for you, not for me. I need an angel. I actually want to be an angel. Anyways, we'll talk after.
Okay, I got some extra wings.
Would you consider playing a character if you had a choice to play a character on Gotham?
I've never seen it.
Uh-oh.
I don't watch TV. I don't watch TV, sorry. Don't have much time for television in my life. I work too hard. It's hard to create all this stuff if I was watching TV all day.
It's true.
Yeah.
Very, very true.
Um,
We have a couple more minutes left. So
yeah,
if
we have,
anybody
like-
has a question, there is still a little bit of time.
Well, we'll just point out that there's a young boy in the front row that looks exactly like a young version of you. If you want to stand up, look at the people. Show everyone your face. Okay, no, he's shy.
Oh, I don't blame you, but I like your steak. Is it medium? Is it medium rare? It is. Good job. Good job.
All right.
I said yes.
Well, that backfired. Anyways, you want to ask a question? Sure. Oh, you got one?
No, go ahead.
Okay.
He wanted to ask for because he's being shy.
Okay, go ahead.
He wanted to know what it was like for you to play the Lost Boys this year.
Okay. Did anybody hear that?
We wanted to know what it was like to play in The Lost Boys, this young boy's favorite movie. How old are you, buddy? Just tell me how old you are. He's 9 years old, and The Lost Boys is his favorite movie. Guys, give it up for that. He wants to know the experience of playing in a role like that at a young age.
I'll tell you what, it was a lot of work. It was a lot harder than you think. You know why? Because we had to get all those blood and guts all over us, and then we had to crawl through the dirty, cold shafts with like dirt all in our fingernails and dirt and rocks falling in our hair and slimy stuff all over us and people yelling, and it was a lot of work. So now are you jealous? No, exactly.
Speechless.
But you know, hey, that's why we got paid the little bucks. Makes sense, right? Right, good. Glad we had this talk. Cute kid, cute kid.
So I was wondering, I had the pleasure and honor of interviewing Robert Daubie last year, and we were talking about Goonies too.
Did he sing for you?
Yes, he did. We
Of
went
course
to the
he
show.
did.
Daubie sings Sinatra. It was fantastic.
Nice.
Yeah. So are
Great
you?
voice. It's like olive oil.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Smooth, silky smooth.
Silky smooth.
So can you put the Goonies 2 to rest? He couldn't.
I can't put it to rest because there's always a possibility as long as we're all still alive. But every day that it doesn't happen is another day gone and another chance less that it will ever happen, because it just doesn't look very likely at this point. I'm going to be honest, you know. I know Sean thinks it's going to happen eventually. It could. Yeah, I figured. But, you know, the truth of the matter is, unfortunately, Richard Donner is 85 years old. So I don't think any of us would want to do it without the captain of the team, you know?
Thank you.
Guys, that is all the time we have here today. For
Thank you,
Q&A.
everybody.
Give it up one more time for Corey Feldman, everybody.
Guys.